This is a recap of our Knowledge Management Best Practices report. After examining knowledge management practices at 8 organizations, we identified 18 best practices. These best practices fall into 3 main categories and are used to create a formal, organization-wide knowledge management process. The first is people, the second is processes, and the third is technology. We noted that all 8 organizations use 6 of the 18 knowledge management best practices. Also, there are multiple ways to manage knowledge across the entire organization. Therefore, it is important to tailor a knowledge management strategy to the needs of the organization. The 6 best practices used by all 8 knowledge management organizations are not used across the entire Postal Service. However, they can be established in a 2 to 3 year period using 2 phases, establishment and enhancement. For the establishment phase, this phase creates a formal knowledge management process using the following most commonly used best practices. The first is senior leadership involvement. This level of visibility and ownership ensures the KM process is aligned with the business objectives. Next is organizational culture. A knowledge sharing culture is critical to the knowledge management process. Successful knowledge gathering and sharing is unlikely if people feel they would be at a disadvantage by sharing their knowledge. And the third is a dedicated person or team. The role of a chief knowledge officer or dedicated group is crucial to the success of the knowledge management process. The chief knowledge officer ensures implementation is aligned with the current business approaches, targets the right problems, and is coordinated with other existing change initiatives. The second phase is the enhancement phase. This phase builds on practices implemented during the establishment phase and should include the following 3 best practices, which were the next most commonly used by our selected organizations. First, education and training. An organization can enhance future operations by applying modern knowledge management techniques. This will result in improved employee training, innovation, responsiveness, and a more balanced organizational culture. Secondly, appropriate technology. Applications that work for the organization and encourage knowledge sharing, such as wikis and blogs. They are inexpensive yet effective in providing a knowledge sharing platform. And finally, communities of practice, or COPs, a process of social learning that occurs when people have a common interest in an area and collaborate over an extended period of time, sharing ideas and strategies, determining solutions, and building innovations. The purpose of this virtual repository is to foster knowledge sharing within and between organizations. To read this report in its entirety, go to www.uspsoig.gov.